All right. Just give me a second. Good morning. I'm a bit not in my space today. I mean, it is a new space on a gaming chair, which is obviously not my chair, so trying to fit into it. I hope you like the new setup. It's a new room, and I feel really good about having my own space for work. How are you? How are you guys? I'm really happy I'm here for another Monday. It's not Monday, oh my god, it's Tuesday. So today we're going to be talking all about um, how to let go of old habits and patterns that are no longer serving you, which is all about mindset. And it's really funny because I always, in the morning I like to pick up kind of an information card or something to read. I have like all of these things around the house to pick words from. And I got this. I'm going to read it for you. It's so relevant. It says limits. Think about your limiting beliefs. What holds you back and why? Bringing awareness to them will help you move forward. It's like it's really meant to be. So this couldn't be more perfect. So if you see me looking this way, it's just because this is where my laptop is. Still trying to figure out the full setup. And this is where the camera is. So as you can see the confusion. All right. So let's start by talking about releasing habits and patterns that are no longer serving us. And what I want to talk about really today is the mind and how it all starts in the mind. Actually, from the age of 0 to 8, at a very young age, our mind is like a sponge. It's very suggestible to ideas from society, from parents, from our teachers, from our friends. And almost any idea that we are learned at this age, but also a bit later, especially with big events and traumatic experiences, we take them into our subconscious mind. We just accept them. So if while I was growing up, someone told me, you're ugly and you will never be loved, unfortunately, there's a big probability that I end up accepting that as a reality. Similarly, if someone told me to succeed in life, you have to work very, very, very hard. Always be working if you want to succeed, right? And that becomes my reality for the rest of my life because as I was young, my mind was like a sponge and it accepted this false false belief basically that you have to extremely work so hard if you want to succeed. All of these things, some are good things, right? But some are limiting things that become subconscious. And can you guess? I think I've done this guess before. Take a moment to think about it. How much of your mind is subconscious in terms of percentage and how much is conscious? Can you guess? It's a really big number for the subconscious mind. Actually, 88% of your mind is subconscious. How insane. So 88% of your beliefs currently as an adult, your patterns, your programs, what I can do, what I can't, what I believe in, my values, all of that, 88 of it is subconscious. You're not aware of it. And they are things that you've learned growing up. They are things that you didn't choose to learn or believe in. And they just have been programmed into your mind. So our mind, I always say, is just like a computer, right? And we upload these softwares as we grow up, right? You know how if you have a computer, especially the old Microsoft computers, every year you upgrade it with a software, right? Our mind is the same. It takes in those softwares. Unfortunately, if we don't upgrade those softwares, we are stuck with old programs, right? We are stuck with old beliefs, old patterns that we just learned from childhood. It's just how it is. And only 12% of our mind is conscious. What does that mean? Let's say, I'm going to give an example. You want to quit smoking, okay? And the first time you experienced smoking was when you were a teenager and you were a rebel and you just wanted to be, one of those cool kids, and you had that first puff of a cigarette, and of course it felt amazing in your body. You felt cool, accepted. So your mind created this link that cigarette is good And when I have a cigarette, I'm loved, and I have friends, and I'm belonging. I belong, right? So now 88% of your mind subconsciously is telling you that cigarette is good because it had this experience. And only 12% is telling you, but cigarettes can kill you. Cigarettes can cause cancer, cigarettes can be harmful to your lungs, it can reduce your lifespan. How come smokers, when they hear those things, they're not scared? It's because 88% is telling them, but when you have a cigarette, you belong. Your body feels good. You feel like you released something, or you're cool, or whatever it is, right? So 88% is not in our hands, not directly, because today I'll explain how it can become in your hands. And 12% is that conscious mind. So it's not very powerful. The conscious mind, what you know, your knowledge, your reasoning, your ability to say yes, no, this is right, this is wrong, is only 12%. And 88% is based on certain experiences you've had in your past, and some are not good ones that are telling you how to show up in the world. What's another example that I can give? Another example about the I'll relate it a bit. I've been getting a lot of questions about people who want to start something, a new job, or they want to a new career, or they have a passion but they're afraid of seeking it. So often 88% of your mind is telling you this is risky, because we learned from our childhood that it's risky to take such kind of big a leap of faith, or step outside your comfort zone, or be different to the norm of what society is. So your 88% is telling you it's risky. 88% is telling you you can't do it because you're so used to being in a 9 to 5 job, this and that, so it's impossible. 88% is telling you that, and only 12% of your mind is telling you, oh, but I really want to do it. But then, oh, there's this big fear. So our job is to learn how to strengthen that 12% and 88% to work together and not against each other. So that if my 88% subconscious mind is telling me smoke that cigarette, right? And 12% is telling me don't smoke, I now tell them, okay, let's talk to each other and come up with what's needed for me. If 88% is telling me don't step out of your comfort zone, but 12% is telling me seek the passion that you are meant to do in this life, I'm going to sit and let them talk to each other to come to the decision that I want to make. So we're going to empower the mind to uplift it and make the decisions that serve our lives, okay? So let's talk a bit about neuroplasticity, right? What is that? So your mind is like pathways, right? You can imagine that in your mind there are all these roads, and all of these roads, they have been carved along your life. Every experience you have carves a new pathway. For example, if we go again to the cigarette example, somewhere along your teenager, you drew a new pathway, which was cigarettes is good, cigarettes is good, cigarettes is good. And you wired your brain to believe that. Another time along your adulthood or even childhood, you created a new pathway, which was comfort zone is good, comfort zone is good, don't take risks, comfort zone is good, comfort zone feels comfortable, it feels good, I'm safe, I'm secure. And you kind of carved again this pathway. And you've carved all of these pathways that sometimes are not very helpful or supportive for you. Now, the good news is that the mind is like clay, and you can shift it around to create new pathways and break the old pathways that are not serving you. But to create new pathways, right, you need to give the mind a reason. Why do I want a new pathway? Why do I now want to believe that going outside my comfort zone is okay? Because for so long that pathway has been wired. It's clear, I see it, comfort zone, easy, making money, simple. So you need to give your mind a reason to believe that the new pathway is as important and as powerful. Now, how to carve new pathways? Neuroplasticity, which is allowing your mind to change so that you can create the life that you want. So I'm going to give you some tips and tools on how you can basically become empowered with those limiting beliefs that are in your subconscious mind, that 88%, becoming aware of them, and then creating those new pathways. All right, awesome. So number one is, you know what this amazing, I don't know where it is now, what this amazing card said this morning, which is become aware of what are those pathways that you don't want anymore, that are not supporting you. So you might become aware that, oh, so it's not that comfort zone is safe. It's that I have created a pathway that made me believe that my comfort zone is safe. And I have done it because my parents suffered growing up with money, and now I feel scared to take risks, so I started to like comfort zones. So when I become aware of, okay, I've created this pathway which is comfortable, but it's not serving me because I want to take more risks. So number one is becoming aware of what are your limiting beliefs and how are they stopping you. Number two, certain amazing things that are very helpful is actually sitting with yourself more often in self-reflection and meditation. Why is that important? When we live subconsciously, right, we could go on years, actually lifetimes, decades, without being empowered to create the life that we want, but being victims of our subconscious mind. This is why many people are at the age of 50, mid-age crisis, come to realize like, what am I doing, right? Why am I repeating the same patterns of my past? I want to try new things. I want to do the things that I love. I want to take dancing classes. I want to do all of these crazy things. I'm ready for it now, right? But you don't need to wait till your 50s to have a breakthrough in order to strengthen or empower yourself over your subconscious mind. You can stop now, and every day, if you allow yourself to close your eyes, be with your mind, journal, self-reflect on what's happening in my life, what's working, what's not, what's limiting me, what do I need to pay attention to. You can start to empower yourself over those old patterns and habits. And you can start to say, okay, this is not serving me really. What can I do about it? Just bringing that empowerment into your life so that you are not always a victim of your subconscious mind. Most people who live that victim life, feeling like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm in my 40s or late 30s and I'm still doing the same thing and I didn't take a step forward to the things that I dream about. Most people who experience that's because they've never stopped. They kept going, go, 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 go. And they never stopped to say, okay, let me just sit with myself for the next few days. Let me try this 5 minutes meditation. Let me try lighting a candle and closing my eyes and just breathing and seeing what comes up and then writing about it. Let me try to go to therapy. Let me try to express myself differently. Let me dig deeper. If you don't dig deeper, guys, I'm sorry, but you're going to be a victim. You're going to be a victim to old patterns, old beliefs. Comfort zone is okay. I have fear. I can't. I'm not good enough. Smoking makes me feel like I belong. I mean, I'm just using smoking as an example, but it can be anything else really. Any addiction, anything that's not serving you, any fear, any sort of anxiety. All of that is just limiting you. So empowering yourself to be with yourself and self-reflect. Meditation, I mean, I have a lot of videos on meditation. If you have questions, do reach out. Another one is using affirmations. And I had a whole video on affirmations. You can watch that. But using affirmations reinforces, strengthens your conscious mind. Remember we said conscious mind is 12%? So it sounds like it's weak because subconscious is 88%. So I can strengthen my conscious mind by using positive affirmations. So let's say I'm a smoker and I want to quit smoking, right? And my subconscious mind is telling me, but smoking makes you feel like you belong. Smoking means you're cool. Smoking makes you feel relaxed, which is all limiting beliefs and the limiting mindset. Now, if I tell my conscious mind, okay, let me write today morning 3 affirmations that will help me strengthen my conscious mind as a person who wants to quit smoking. Then I would say things like, I'm able to belong in communities even if I'm not a smoker, right? I have the power within me to quit any habit that's not serving my life. I'm attracting health in my body, and smoking does not have space in that. So I've used positive affirmations to strengthen my conscious mind over those old subconscious beliefs. I hope that made sense. There's a whole video on affirmations, but really, affirmations, meditation help you stop seeing life through a distortion of the subconscious. I can't, I'm ugly, I need to belong, I have to, and start seeing, whoa, the reality is I'm empowered, I can, I have so much power within me. You start to see the reality. And last but not least, I want to talk about something which is my passion and something that has served me. And the reason I'm here with you guys today is hypnotherapy. And what is hypnotherapy? Hypnotherapy is hypnosis is a natural state in which you experience a very relaxed state in the body and in the mind. And when we are able to relax the mind, we're able to access the subconscious mind and create positive suggestions that help you in creating the life that you want. So I'll give an example. Again, in hypnotherapy, someone who has no confidence to seek the life of their dreams, their passion, maybe to become an entrepreneur or launch a business. Because their parents told them that they can't and that they need to be in a comfort zone and they need to belong to society and certain standards of society. Then in hypnotherapy, we would actually, through a guided visualization and meditation, access the subconscious mind to say, hey, 88% that's not serving me, I'm ready to let you go because I know that I have a passion that I want to live. And I want to empower that. And we start to add these positive suggestions that empower our mind. Why am I sharing that? Is because very often certain mindsets are hard to shift on our own. Trust me, I've done a tremendous amount of mentorship, coaching, therapy, hypnotherapy, you name it. I've tried a tremendous number of healing modalities. And without those, I wouldn't be able to overcome many of my mindset shifts. Okay, some of those practices for me included definitely meditation and yoga. Actually, because of yoga and meditation, I was able to quit smoking and I was able to upgrade my health, physical health lifestyle in general. But when it came to more limiting beliefs, which for me definitely was stepping outside corporate and taking action into doing the things that I love, it took therapy, counseling, mentorship. I've worked with a number of coaches and mentors over the past years, and I still am up to today, every single day. I have someone to support me. Why? Because I had years of conditioning, 20 years plus of people around me and society telling me that this is how life should be. And for me to be able to, after 20 years, say no, that's not easy. And that sometimes need a breakthrough. And to get a breakthrough, you need to find, and I'm not telling you should do hypnotherapy, you're welcome to, and I highly recommend it, but I'm telling you that you need to find a modality, whether it is a healing practice, an alternative healing therapy, or a certain therapy, a coach, something that supports you to say, I need support to let go of this limiting mindset because I want to reach a new potential. And it's okay to admit that. And we are in an age where there's so much access to that it would be a shame that you don't take an opportunity to experience that. Why would it be a shame? Because we are in a new world. We are in a world where people are stepping out of their comfort zone, out of the victim mode, and are seeking support and are seeking transformation. The support is to help in transformation. So many people say, I know these things. I know that you have to let go of your limiting mindset. That's information. We all have access to the information. You can go Google everything that I share with you. Information is easy. It's accessible. Read a book and you'll understand everything that any psychologist has to share. But what's powerful is transformation. How you take that information and you turn it into a transformation. What are you doing about it? How are you using it in your life to uplift it and to move forward? And this is really my message here today. Mindset growth takes time and effort. And that could include you starting to create a routine that helps you sit with yourself, self-reflect, meditate, breathe, and seek support. Okay, you guys? I'm here if you want to seek support as well. I do provide hypnotherapy sessions, coaching sessions, all with the intention to support transformation because that was my journey. My journey was, whoa, why am I so limited? I spent, hey, those were my cats. I spent years where I was literally stuck in a box which I call society, because it was a box of this is how life should look like. And I was so unhappy, so anxious, stressed, unhappy, burnt out. I felt overwhelmed, I felt uninspired. And breaking out of that took years. And it's okay, I'm okay with that because that was my journey. But it took years. And along those years, it took me daily commitment to myself and always seeking support. Anyway, I'm gonna put this to an end. Upgrade your mindset. 88% is subconscious. Start to strengthen that conscious mind using daily tools that help you empower yourself to see the truth so you are not blinded by these old programs that need to be updated. Sending you so much love, you guys. Reach out for any questions and have an amazing day. Alrighty.